Hey there, this is Chrissy Herron of IndieBizChicks.com, and we're going to talk about how to get paid to do what you love. Now, you will see that it says the preview here on the screen, and that's because this is a preview video of my workshop, which includes a bunch of videos and workbooks and worksheets and all that good stuff. But this here will give you a taste of what you'll be learning, and it can also give you some good ideas and inspiration. So let's go ahead and get started. So you may be wondering, what the hell do I know? How can I really help you? Well, that's my picture. Like I said, my name is Chrissy and I'm the founder of Indie Biz Chicks, and I do know a little something something about this because it's my reality. I get paid to do what I love. It wasn't always my reality. I had to work for it. I got the idea for my website back in 2006 and I didn't know how to make a website. I had to Google how to buy a domain because that's how little information I knew. So I Googled things, I learned things along the way, I took things step by step, and I got my website out there. And it's now my full-time income. So if I can do it, you can do it. So let's talk about living the dream because that's the goal, right? You want to get paid to do what you love. Well, I can tell you, you're not going to get rich quick. Now, this isn't something that you can start a website and be a millionaire tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of work involved. And there will be some sales involved. I know a lot of people say that they don't like sales. You have to have a product or service for sale. No one's paying you to breathe here in the society, so you do need to sell something, but I can teach you to sell it in a way that doesn't feel sleazy. You don't have to feel like a 70s used car salesman. You can do this in a way that feels natural and comfortable to you, but you do have to get over that fear of sales because there's going to be something here for sale. But most importantly, you have to look at the long-term goal, and that's you can be happy, you can do what you love, you can get paid for it. So there's going to be some time and effort involved. You're going to have to work for it, and you're going to have to sell something. So you're going to have to get over all of those things. But once you put that time and effort into it, and you just keep working at it, you can be successful. So do you know what you love? And this is a big question because not everyone does. So you want to start thinking about what makes you excited and motivated, and that's the kind of things you want to build a business around. On the opposite end of that spectrum, what makes you want to crawl back in bed and put the covers over your head and just go to sleep and not think about whatever it is that's making you feel that way? Those are the things you do not want in your business. So you want to stay away from that stuff. Now, if you already have a business and you're thinking that you're just not that into it anymore, that's okay. Love can change. You may have loved the idea of this business when you started it, but years went by and maybe circumstances have changed and you're just not that into it. You can tweak some stuff, and I will show you how to do that in the workshop. There are some things that can be altered. Maybe you can outsource some different tasks and different things. But sometimes love just changes and you grow and you just need to move on and you need to start fresh. And that's a good thing. So don't mourn the past. It's time to get excited about the future. Now, do other people love what you love? And that's a big question. Not everyone is going to be into what you're offering, and that's okay. Not everyone out there wants to read Indie Biz Chicks. I'm not for everyone. There are retired dudes in Florida that are playing golf that do not want to learn what I'm teaching, and that is fine. Now, if no one is into it, that's a problem. Now, like I said, I am reaching some people that are interested because my website is my full-time income, so I'm good there. But if no one is into what you're offering, you're not going to make any money. So you want to do a little research. Ask some people, ask your friends and family, ask the people who you think would be most interested in the product or service that you're offering, get some feedback. You may want to do a little bit more research. If you don't have anyone in your immediate family and friends that are going to be interested in what you're offering, then you might need to expand that. You might need to go out on Twitter or Facebook and find the people who you think would buy your product and service, and you need to ask them. Test it out. Offer it for sale. If no one buys it, you need to do some tweaks. Maybe it's a pricing adjustment. Maybe it's the time of year that you're offering it. For example, if you have a school-related item and you're trying to sell it in June and July, that's probably not the greatest time. You want to do that in August or September when people have school on the mind. So tweak some things, test it again. And if you're still not getting sales, then you need to really look at this idea and see if people are actually willing to spend money on it. So, you do have to do some research and you need to test it, and the workshop has more information on that. So sometimes not everyone's going to love what you love, but you can start over and you can go back to the drawing board and you can find something that people will respond to. So how do you get started? It's really easy. You think up your idea and you create a basic plan. This can be just a sheet of notebook paper. It doesn't have to be some 700-page business plan. So you want to know what it is you're offering. Something has to be for sale, so there has to be a product or a service. You need to know what you're going to be offering it at, what the price is, and you need to know who your target market is. Who are you offering this to? And you want to know that very specifically because that's going to help you create your website and your advertising and all kinds of stuff. So you want to know who you're talking to here. And you also want to know just the basic stuff. What is your website URL? All that good stuff. You want to have that planned out, and then you just need to get that in gear. You can buy a domain for around $10, $12. Web hosting's around $5 a month, so it's not a ton of money to get started. WordPress, which I love, that's free, and there's a lot of free themes out there that you can use. There are some premium things that cost a little bit of money, but that's not a mandatory thing at first. So you don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. You just want to get it out there and you want to test your ideas and maybe make some tweaks if you don't get the response you thought you would, and you just keep building it. And that's how you just get to work, and that's all there is to it. So for more information, you can go to my website, indiebizchicks.com, and I hope to hear from you soon. My email is info@indiebizchicks.com. Send me your questions and your feedback, and I hope that this was some good information and inspired you and gave you some good ideas.